To draw the seagull, you're going to need some white paper, a pencil, an eraser, and a black pen, and your choice of colouring pencils. Let's get started. We're going to start off our seagull with the body, which is just a large oval shape in the centre of the page. Just do it lightly in pencil. Just a simple oval shape, just like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, these are just preparatory shapes just to help us draw the seagull. Now we're going to be doing a smaller oval shape tilted the other direction. So this is going to be the head. So just a little oval shape like this. There we go. And then a little dot for the eye. And then we're going to do the beak. Now remember, if I go too quickly, just hit pause and rewind. Sometimes useful just to watch the whole video through and then go back, and then you can pause it at the bits that you find tricky. Okay, so that's the beak. That's actually a teeny weeny bit too big, so I'm just going to erase it. This is the beauty of doing these preparatory shapes. We can kind of get all the proportions right. There we go. And everybody makes mistakes. I draw all the time, I still make mistakes. Let's draw a curved line coming down for the neck. There we go. And then another one for the front part. So if you've watched any of my other bird drawings, you'll know that the seagulls get very jealous. They live on the roof just above my studio, and they seem to make a huge noise every time I try and draw another bird. But today they seem to be pretty quiet because I'm drawing a seagull, I think. There we go. Add on this shape just here, onto that other oval shape that we did before. And then the tail, which comes out just like so. And now for the feet. So one little leg there, and then another one here. Oh, you can hear them. Maybe you can hear them in the background. I'm going to switch to pen now, but this is just so that you can see it better on camera. Please carry on in pencil, and then you can go over it in pen. So I'm going to draw the little circle. We're going to start off with the eye, a little dot in the middle, and then a little at the corners to the eye, just like that. We're then going to be adding the beak. So the beak actually starts a little further up, just up here. This comes all the way around. And then it's pointed at the end. There's a slight dip there. Just like so. And then the top part. To there. And then this comes inwards and outwards. And then the same underneath. I'm going to carry on the head, just following this oval shape that we did before. I'm just going to add a couple of little zigzags to show the feathers. Like this, but I'm essentially carrying on following the preparatory lines that we did before until I get there. I'm going to do the underside. Just going to draw some dashes here just to show the shape of the head. I'm going to come down, and then I'm just going to go smoothly into the belly and come all the way down, following the shapes that we did before till I get to there. Then going to add a little tuft of feathers here where the top of the leg goes, and a few more feathers underneath here. Now for the leg, I've made these a little bit too short, so I can correct them now. So I'm going downwards like this. And then just drawing the webbed feet. Can't see them very well because they're quite flat. And these coming upwards like that. I'm going to do the other one. So just draw a little tuft of feathers just here underneath. little bump where the knee was. And then the same. Webbed feet. And it comes up, a little wrinkle there, front of the knee, just like that. And then we're going to do the back. So from here, we're going to carry on all the way down, all the way down till we get to about here. We're then going to just draw a couple of the feathers and bring it all the way around. Up to here, round here. Now for some more feathers. Just comes in like so, like that. And then the other ones kind of tuck underneath for the tail. There we go. And then a few more feathers following the preparatory lines that we did before. I'm just going to draw some ground just to show that it's actually perched on a ledge. I think it's perched on a wall, this one. There we go. Okay, so if you haven't gone over it already in pen, go over it in pen and then erase all the pencil marks. So these are some of the colours that I'm going to be using to colour it in. I'm going to start off using the grey colouring pencil. I'm just going to use it super lightly, just in the areas of shadow. So although the gull is actually white, obviously there are still areas of shadow which we're going to colour in grey. So seagulls are very clever and they develop and pass on different behaviours. So for example, they can figure out that by stamping their feet on the ground, they can imitate the rainfall and get earthworms to come up. They also figure out that by dropping mollusks from a very high place onto some rocks, they can crack them open to eat them. So they are really, really clever birds. And also they can live up to 15 years and they mate for life, and it's really sweet. Both the mother and the father take turns to incubate their eggs. I know we've had seagulls nesting on our roof, well, ever since we moved into our house, which was about 7 years ago now. Yeah, and we see all the babies every single year and they learn to fly off the top of the roof. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. I'm now swapping to black because this little area of the wing is black underneath here. It's got some little white specks, so I'm leaving the white specks white, obviously, and colouring the rest in black. So when I use colouring pencils, I start off lightly and I just draw, I colour in layers and just carry on layer upon layer, just so that I don't get it too dark to start off with. I'm now going to use this bright yellow for the beak and also for the legs. And also for the eyes. There we go. I'm going to change to a yellow ochre just to make it a little bit darker on the legs. And just here underneath the beak. Oh, I've seen that I've made a mistake, so using an eraser, I can just erase all the boo-boos that I've done. So that bit wasn't meant to be yellow. There we go. Now I'm going to use an orange and go over it again. Just the areas that I need coloured in, not the areas that I don't. Now using a red, I'm just going to do a dash of colour here underneath the beak and a tiny bit just here and around the eye. Tiny bit of red and a little bit down here. Now I'm going to speed this up again and I'm going to go over the grey area. Okay, so you may have seen that I used some blue and some purple just in the wings here, just to give it a slight depth of colour. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my eraser and just very gently, I'm just going to do small little circles just to blend all the colours together. Little technique, just to make it look like it's all blended. You can use various tools to do this, a stump or anything else that you like, some cotton wool even. And here's our finished seagull drawing. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then I have a whole playlist of other birds, so check it out now.